those of the staff and the management of Mix Station Radio Live, its sponsors, or advertisers.
Hey, I want to start a podcast.
Join the mix.
Can I broadcast to millions all over the world?
Join the mix.
Can I control my own content and share my show?
Join the mix.
Can I promote my product and my events?
Join the mix. Mix Station Radio is a worldwide internet radio station that specializes in video and audio podcasts on all social media platforms. You can download our free app, Mix Station Radio Live. That's MIXX Station Radio Live. We have 2 locations in Tulsa, Maryland, and Eastern Shore, Maryland. With our new service, you can host your own show from home with Mix Mobile. That's MIXX Mobile.
Did you say I can broadcast from home?
Yes, we have a new service called Mix Mobile. We can come to your location or you can log on virtually.
Hold up. That can't be true, man.
Yes, Mix Station can air any show from anywhere in the world, and all you need is a strong internet connection. Also, we have a toll-free 1-800 number.
So you're telling me I can stream on YouTube, Facebook, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and all the formats all at the same time and have people calling with comments?
Yes, join the mix. If you want to join the mix, email us at mixstation@gmail.com. Again, mixstation@gmail.com. That's MIXX station@gmail.com. Mix Station is sponsored by...
Hey, if you're not making enough money at your current job and you want more, or you're not happy and want more control of your career, then come over to cybersecurity. Online Security has a 10-week security fundamentals class that helps you get Security Plus certified, develops your resume so you can land an interview, and helps you study for the interview so you can get a job. So what are you waiting for? Go to onlinesecurity.com and sign up for our next Security Plus class. And when you do, don't forget to use our discount code ONLINESECURITY.
Baby. When you hug me, I kinda get aroused just thinking about your lips touching mine. As you work your way down to my breast, licking, sucking, and kissing. And I patiently anticipate you entering my chamber as my lips blossom with the juice of sweet nectar, and my belly bursts fragrant of desire. My spine tingles with each thrust you take inside me. When the pressure and heat builds in my vaginal walls, I become like a volcano, ready to erupt at the height of my orgasm. Oh! No one, my dear, has ever come close to this love you inspire. You fill my soul with so much joy. For you, my dear, are my heart's desire. Oh, oh.
You are tuned in to Intimate Connections. I want to give a shout out to my Facebookers, YouTubers, and Instagrammers. Thank you for tuning in. We have a great show lined up tonight. We got a special guest, Jevone Levi. He's. Let me just tell y'all right now.
Hold on, can I introduce him?
You can do it, but let me finish.
Okay.
So we got it's an amazing show. I had the opportunity to connect with him, and he's just so live and full of energy. So I'm excited about this. And he's also, he was our surprise guest for John. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking, for a change, right? I'm going to let my co-host to the left introduce himself, and we're going to go around the table.
All right. Hello. How everybody doing? Rich, also known as Rich.
You're not doing the quiet storm?
I'm not quiet storm. I'm not quiet today.
Okay. All right. Right. I think it's on you.
Hey, it's Lynette, a.k.a. the Tax Lady, a.k.a. Sizzling Shaw.
Sizzling Shaw. She's hot.
Hot. Fire.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? It's John, a.k.a. J.S. Squire, in the building.
Yeah.
And I guess it's on me?
Oh, wait, ladies and
Because you
gentlemen.
saying,
Okay, all right, okay.
Without any further
Okay, I didn't
ado.
know we was ready yet.
Right.
I thought we was letting this simmer.
Well, we
Right.
got a simmer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this brother to my far right, I'm going to introduce to you tonight. He is a singer, an actor, a poet, then you didn't know it. He is, and he just happens to be one of my best friends in the whole wide world. We started out doing this music thing together, and right now he's just doing this thing, and he's about to be out of here with it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mr. Jevone Levi in the building. What's happening, brother?
Thank you.
What's happening, boy?
Listen, you got to come on the road with me. You got to come on the road. Like that speech. Did you practice that in the car? I appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for having me. It's an honor to be here, honestly.
Yeah, thank you for coming.
Excited.
Thank you for coming.
Excited.
Absolutely.
We're
I almost
excited.
had to break in the door to get in, but we got in. Praise the Lord.
Praise the Lord.
Yes.
We got
it's
in.
all good.
We're all in the
It's all
basement
good.
now. We're in the
We're
basement.
all in the dungeon.
Here we are.
Here we are.
So how's it going, man?
It's going great. Honestly,
Yeah.
this day is dreary, but honestly, being down here with you guys has definitely brightened my day up a little bit.
Hey, that's what we like.
My
to hear.
my first radio interview with you
Give it up
guys.
for his first interview.
Yes,
First
yes.
radio interview.
Yes.
Yeah. Who better to have it with, huh?
So y'all, I'm a virgin, but y'all know what y'all just did.
We're going to be gentle.
We gonna be
gentle.
We're going to be gentle. But I think you can handle
We could go a lot of ways with that, John,
Yeah.
but we're not gonna do that.
Oh, we might. You know.
It's called intimate connection.
Well, listen,
Intimate
see,
connection.
intimate. I thought it was like not in a
No, this is the soul snatcher
Oh.
down
Oh,
on this
God.
end.
That's what we doing.
the sound effects.
Wait a minute.
Oh, okay,
That's how we
okay.
get down.
That's how we get down.
All right.
We're going to let it roll.
He's like, what's going on?
Indeed.
Jesus, take the mic.
Did you see his face? He's like, what's going on here?
Yeah. Oh, it gets better.
Oh, it gets better.
It
Oh,
gets
wow.
better.
But I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm glad, man. So,
Yes,
so what
yes.
you got going on, brother?
Listen, I just signed to a new agent.
Okay.
I'm excited about that. Actually, my first agent, because I was doing a lot of stuff on my own, booking a lot of things on my own, and it got kind of time consuming. Having to, do the auditions, look for the auditions, do the auditions, and continuously do that every day plus work. It was super hard. So I finally auditioned for a agent, and the first one I ever auditioned for, she signed me right away. So I'm excited about what's to come in the future.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that means I'm gonna, it gets me in the door a lot more, because a lot of times agents, they have connections with, other people in the industry.
Right.
And I'll get a phone call. Actually, I get like maybe 4 auditions a day that I got to do. So I'm changing into different outfits, trying to be different
That's right.
characters, just to get my face out there.
All right.
Yes,
That's
yes,
dope.
yes.
That's dope. So where did this all start for you?
Wow, where did it all start? So, music has always been something has been my passion in acting. Since I was a kid, about 4, I knew that I had a gift. I was the only kid in the house that, when family came over, my mother and aunt and them would tell me, come in the room, sing for these people, sing for your family, dance a little bit. And I always like to be the center of attention, not in a way of like, I want it all, nobody else can get this light, but I knew I had a gift. And I was the only one in my household that I could actually sing and dance. So it all started from 4 years old in my family church in Pasadena, Maryland. I was on a choir called the Little BGs years ago, singing off key. Everybody rocking to the left, I'm rocking to the right. I was just off. I was completely, I was off. Couldn't find the notes. I was in the soprano section, for a long time. Until the voice dropped a little bit, what I'm saying? But it started, like I said, back home, and I've been singing ever since.
Okay. When did you know you had something?
When did I know I had something? honestly, like I said, when I was going in front of my family members and friends, singing for them, and they would cheer me on, and tell me to do it, I knew I had something. Like, why these people keep wanting me to sing? I know, do I sound good? So it's been a blessing to be able to do that. And knowing you have a gift from an early age is a beautiful thing. And having people that have your back and support you from a young age, nurture you from a young age is so important. I don't think a lot of people do that often, but I was, blessed enough to have those people nurture me in my life.
Okay.
In my time.
Word.
So obviously your family encouraged you, but tell me about the family who will keep it real with you and be like, you know what, stay in your gifted area.
I've been blessed to always have real people around me.
Good. Yeah.
They tell me
That's
when I was
important.
off key, or tell me when I needed lessons. My brother, of course. And then we would go back and forth because, like, no, I know I hit the right note, but to his tutelage, I've been able to know when I was wrong, and like I said, having family members to correct me, and help me through my, the downfalls of when I was singing wrong and off key and all that, and let me know that's not the note. Why are you down there? Why are you? So yeah.
So let's address that for the people out there that may not know. Describe how do you guys know each other? Because I see chemistry and I see history.
Yeah. So we were both doing a talent show. Shout out to Anthony Jeter.
Anthony, okay.
And I had sang for him, and he had made a big to-do about me doing that. And it was me and a couple other people who were going to do the show together. And Jeter calls me one day, and he's like, John Brown, Atlantic Records is looking for a group. And I was like, word? And he's like, you should put together a group. I was like, all right, cool, I'll do it. So he's describing, he's having all these people sing for me and all of that. Nobody really, it wasn't that they couldn't sing, it was just like, okay, cool. And he was like, I got one more person. I don't know how you gonna feel. His name is Jevone, and but he's gonna be ready. And I was like, he's really excited, but I don't know. You listen. So he calls him and he's ready. And so he gives him my number. He couldn't sing for me right away. And he calls me, right? I was like, yo, call me at 3:00. He calls me 3:00 on the dot. And he's like, yo, can I sing for you? And I'm like, sure. And he sang for me and my brother. He sang for me and my little brother.
On the phone?
On the phone.
Okay.
And we were like, that's the voice we needed. Okay. Because his voice was the closest thing to mine at the time. Because I've always had like a heavy voice and soulful, and his we were right there. And he came out the next day, and we've been rocking ever since.
Okay. Wow. And how long ago was that?
Oh, that was
I was 18.
06.
I was 18 years old.
So that was, 17 years ago?
Yeah, 18 years old. And I remember we was in the grocery store parking lot.
We were in the grocery store parking lot, and we laughed because he was smiling. We were like, he don't know if we about to rob him.
Listen, I didn't know what was going on.
And listen, and we through that whole, we put him through the ringers that day. Like, we made him sing, we made him dance.
I got beat up. You and your sister beat me up, initiated me into the family. No, we were joking. We
used to play fight all the time.
Okay.
Me and him only. Everybody else
said you got beat up.
And we just we clicked right away. You know what I mean? It wasn't. But the one thing about us is we used to argue all the time.
Yes, the egos.
He was coming from singing by himself, and I was coming from being the lead of a group all the time. So it was like a don't you tell me this. I mean, we'd be in the studio, we argued in front of everybody.
But we had a mutual respect.
But it was more like it was trying to figure it out. So his point of view made sense and mine did. And and then we formed a group, Black Harmony, and it didn't matter what members came and went. We were always the fact that we stayed, and my father wore us out in that basement. What did we do, like a whole summer with him?
Yes, it was amazing. That was amazing.
It's amazing now, but it was not fun when we were doing
it.
Oh my God, he was on us, and we just stuck with it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And to piggyback up with that, like, when you meet certain people that you genuinely connect with, despite you having disagreements, when you can come back and actually say, you know what, I was wrong how I approached you. And you may have been wrong on some things, but I can acknowledge, you're actually in my corner.
Yeah,
John was somebody that kept it real. And when you meet someone that can keep it real, it's a great thing. Because not too many people tell you what you want to hear, but there are some people that come in your life that tell you what you need to hear. and John and Nick and all those guys were people that kept it real with me.
And we're lovingly honest with each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's never to be
not
like,
to
oh, I'm
tear
gonna make you
down.
feel away. It's
Yeah.
like, but we give each other mad props when it's right too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
it was a process.
It was a process.
It was a process.
I'll be in the studio. You're not gonna tell me I want to sing it my way. This is how I want to sing it.
And then I'd be like, come out the booth and listen to it. And he'd be like,
all right, let me go back in here. Let me go back in here real quick. But no, we've been cool ever since, man.
yes, indeed.
So you only had nobody came to see you Otis episodes.
Not the two of us.
Okay.
You know what's funny? Even though we were like the main lead singers in the group, we were more like Otis and Melvin.
Okay.
Because we were always humble enough to bring more people in.
Right.
And we wanted them to know how to sing. It wasn't like, yo, y'all back us. It was like, oh, you can really sing. Oh, you can write
Encouraging.
too. And when they would leave, we would be devastated. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we stuck with it. And we were like, we would do rehearsals in a show and then go right back and watch other people. You know what I mean? And just even if it was just we would watch the whole show we were at, and then we would go home and watch online. Me and him would be on the phone till 2-3 o'clock in the morning, watching video clips on YouTube and looking up the next thing we could wear at a show and looking at how like New Edition dance. We would even study how people walked on the stage. You know what I mean? And it's so dope to watch him doing what he's doing because he was able to incorporate everything, the professionalism especially, to what he's doing.
Right.
And to be able to see that is like super dope.
Yeah,
Like we would have conversations just to go to the mall what we were wearing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if we were going to sing,
Yeah.
what we were going to sing. And
Yeah.
Now, that
we
sounds
just
like a
worked.
lot of dedication. So what motivated you? Because you got to realize what you guys are talking about is, you guys putting in the work when nobody's watching.
That part.
And sticking to it, and then you have two talented brothers who are alpha males in themselves, who are able to, for the sake of the music, draw back and promote other people. So what fueled your fire? To be there during the hard times.
Right. So let's go back to those hard times.
Okay.
There was a time I had a pickup truck. That was my first. my father gave me that truck, and the reverse went out. Before I left the house, the reverse was out.
Wow.
So I knew that, but my passion for the group and music was more important than my
That's
life.
a metaphor for life.
Yes.
Just keep going forward.
Keep going forward because there ain't no going back.
Right.
Literally.
Right.
Awesome.
And
he would call.
You can circle the block, but you can't go back.
Right.
He would call and be like, I'm outside. So we would go outside.
Yeah, and push the car.
No matter how hot or cold it was, and we got to push his
push
car
the truck
into the
back.
spot. And then here we go.
Yeah, push
That's
the
a great story.
And for me, and I love that is a metaphor to life. Like, you can't look backwards. There ain't no going back. And everything that's been done has been done. You can't unchange it. All you can do is move forward. And that's just how I am in life. Just I'm going to continue to move forward. Nothing can set me back. And shortcomings come. But how you move forward is that's the thing that's going to take you to the next level. But what fueled my fire is just knowing God had a purpose for me. And realizing that I can't give up on myself. A lot of people search for purpose, and they question their purpose. And I think when you start questioning your mind so much, you lose focus.
That's a fact.
You lose focus. And I think for me, once I found purpose in God first, then I knew I had purpose in myself. So that's been my motivation.
We knew.
Yeah.
We knew. We didn't question it.
Okay.
We didn't care if nobody liked what we were doing. We were like, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's do this again. We had our early ground was kind of miserable. We had so many tests early. You know what I mean? And, I can remember people telling us like, no one wants to hear that kind of singing anymore. Or, you two look good, but you don't. Or this one can sing, but this one can't. What are y'all doing? This is silly, And I was telling them last week about that time we opened up for my father. And we got to the third song, and I was like, "Can we sing one more song?" The lady said, "No." And we looking like, well, we gonna do it anyway. While we singing, she going,
Yeah, it was horrible.
Nightmare after nightmare.
Yeah.
wow.
And I remember we went and got those LRG jackets. And
Oh,
stuff.
my father
And-
took us to the mall.
Oh my God.
And he said you could pick out
Anything.
one article of clothing. So we said we love jackets.
Yeah.
So we were like, we look at each other like jackets. So
Yes.
he's like, he whatever we picked out, he's like, cool. What they didn't tell us was the spotlights were like right over the stage and they hung down like this. So as soon as we get on stage, him and my brother have on nylon jackets.
Hot as hell.
And he sweats
Profusely.
Like as soon as they call our names, he starts sweating.
Yes.
Wow.
So we walking on stage and the sweat is in his. So he has on sunglasses.
Right.
And he whispers after the first tone. He walks over to me like, John, I can't see. I said, what? I said, I was like, I know the lights are blind. He said, no. It's
Sweat in my eye.
in my eye. So he going to the keyboard and I'm walking with him. I was like, got you. So he's singing and he's literally looking like Ray Charles. So he up there like, and they like that boy feeling it like he is in pain.
Literally, y'all. Literally. But the show had to go on.
It did.
Sweating all.
It did. So we take a bow and we guiding him up the stage like, go to your left. To your left, we almost there.
And the lights were hot, but I didn't realize that, that's something else I learned in the industry too. Like when you're under those hot lights, nylon is not what you should be wearing. Cotton is not what you should be wearing.
But you know, we would travel anyway just to be able to sing.
Yeah.
We didn't care if they didn't like us.
Standing in long lines.
We look, one time we were invited to what were we in DC? And we were invited to a club to sing for like this guy for J Records. So our manager at the time, he says, match. We so hood and don't know nothing. We had on white tees and I had on the long shorts. He had on some jeans.
What are they, knickerbockers? What are they called?
Yeah, the knickerbockers. Yeah.
Knickerbockers.
I think 2 of us had on jeans, 2 of us had on shorts.
Oh my god.
He had on a white tee, like a V-neck tee, but he accented his with a hat, so it was manageable.
Swag,
Right.
I had on a polo, so they literally were like 2 of y'all can get in and 2 of y'all can't.
Oh wow.
And then he wasn't even of age, so
Yeah.
they were like, even if he could, he can't get it. So they had the guy come out and sing, but listen to us. And we stood on the street corner, and we had told our families about it. We were all excited and praying. And I remember my father had a show that night in DC. So we like, he performing, we performing. This is amazing. Only he performed.
Oh my god. That is hilarious.
But listen, we never felt defeated by that.
Yeah, never felt defeated.
We'd have a moment where you're like, dang. And then we went to DC that time to sing. We ain't had no gas in the car. I had these colorful church shirts. We all wore the shirts.
You can't handle the truth.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
So we definitely we've been through it.
We've been through it.
So it's amazing that now we're able to apply all of that. And then we had a long time we didn't know. You know what I mean? Everybody was, we did look at it sometime like, well, if they don't like us, maybe we're not, as good as we think. And, family would be like, go ahead, especially his family.
Yeah.
If we needed to pick her up, but we go to his aunt's house or his grandmother or somebody's house and they be cheering for us and,
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So that's what kept us going. But those moments allow you to be resilient.
Absolutely.
Those boos or the no, we don't want you to sing, you're not dressed right, you ain't for this, you ain't for that. I never had a defeatist mindset. And I think that stems from my background and having those supportive people around. Like, we don't understand how important it is to nurture your kids and let them know, listen, you're gonna get the no's sometimes. You get to the people, the naysayers, but you keep going because you're gonna knock down some doors. Your name is in rooms. Come on, somebody.
That's
Your name is in rooms that you ain't even stepping yet. Somebody out there, your name is in a room right now that you have not stepped in. You just keep going. Amen.
And we knew.
Exactly.
We knew then. We were young. You couldn't tell us that this wasn't for us. We had to, we just had to reroute a couple times.
Absolutely.
And that's necessary sometimes. I think you might go in one way and other doors open, but you still come back to your dream.
Isn't that funny?
It's weird.
That's such a weird thing.
But I tell people this all the time. Like, I used to sing with the hairbrush, right? Because I wanted to be a singer.
I thought that was a group at first.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm doing like, oh yeah.
Sure did.
I just had a slow moment. But
Didn't you think so? Like,
right.
Oh,
But so even with that, right? I started doing as I got older. I started doing like karaoke and stuff. and costume, all of that. You know, y'all know I got a costume fetish.
Mm-hmm.
But
Well, what she's thinking is
everything,
something else.
everything that I've done has
Did you
always
grip
brought
it
me back to
hard?
the microphone. So I know that this is my path.
Mm-hmm.
I can talk sweet nothings on air.
Are you sure?
Because he's
Yeah.
giving me the side eye. But yeah, I mean, I'm just going back to his point, though. I mean, you do get derailed sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But when you know what you know, it brings you right back to where you need to be.
Yes.
The idea is to not give up. And so you've had many doors open. So tell us about these acting gigs.
Okay. These acting gigs. So I'm gonna start it from the beginning. You know, so I have a good friend of mine, Dennis Williams, who owns LSS Universal Studios. Well, LSS Universal, which is a production company out of DC. We've been friends for a long time, and one day he called me. He said, "I'm in the process of writing a play." He said, "I remember our conversations about you wanting to act. So this is your opportunity to be at the world famous Howard Theater in Washington, D.C. You know, would you take this offer?" And I said, "That's not a question." But, you know, although I've never acted in a play before, I was like, this is a great opportunity. The world famous Howard Theater was a part of the Chitlin circuit. You know, I did know that much. Where black artists came, it was only between the Howard Theater, the Apollo Theater, what's the theater in Baltimore that you
Royale.
see? Exactly. And to be a part of history, I said, I can't pass this up. So I got a chance to perform in my first stage play, Forgiving But Not Forgetting. And I was actually one of the lead actors.
Okay.
I was the lead husband, you know, in that play. And
I was so embarrassing. Kissed the girl on stage. I'm like, kiss her, Jevone.
Oh my God.
so mind you, I did kiss her, and her boyfriend was sitting in the front seat.
We didn't know about that
Yeah,
part.
yeah, he was in the very front. So I'm like, but listen, we had a lot of practice. You know, I'm sorry, we did. They're married
Her
now,
drop her
but
phone.
I know.
He married her that night.
right, he married her.
Okay.
Like,
No.
that's your last play.
Right.
Right.
Marry me.
Right. So no, I did that, and after that standing ovation and seeing my family and friends out there supporting me, I said, "This is
Standing
I-
ovation because of the kiss, or
You know, listen, it was a good kiss, but that I don't think that was the
Okay.
reason why we got a standing ovation.
That wasn't the
No, so but you know, it was a great show.
Yeah.
That theater has not seen a stage play. I think we were the first stage play because if you know anything about the Howard Theater, it's a lot of musicians that perform there. So we were actually the first stage play, from what I remember, to be at the world famous Howard Theater. So that was exciting, and I knew from then that I wanted to continue to act. So after that, he put me in 3 other plays, and we just went from there. So that was pretty exciting. Oh my gosh! And then my first television appearance was on Netflix. I had a little listen. Now, mind you, listen. This part was literally a background acting gig, right? But I promoted this like I was the lead actor in the play. This is my first, you know, but I was excited. This was a passion and a dream of mine. You know, one day in 2019, I made a vision board, actually 2018, going into 2019, one of my good friends, Jay, he said, "Hey, it was a couple friends. We all went over and we did vision boards." I'm like, "Man, I want to go party and drink and have a good time. I ain't never write no vision board on New Year's Eve. Who does that?" But I did not realize, I didn't realize that I was actually about to change my life.
Yeah.
And I ended up putting a picture of Denzel Washington at the very top of my vision board and said, "One day I'll work with him."
Okay.
6 months later, I'm sitting in a room with Denzel Washington.
Wow.
He's right behind me on the set of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom on Netflix. Not only him, Chadwick Boseman. This was his last film that he was a part of.
Yeah,
his last film.
I remember that.
And Viola Davis. Now, when you go on set, you don't know who's going to be on set on these particular days. But I happened to come on the last day of filming. Did not realize it was the last day of filming. But let's go back a little bit before that. My audition process for that. I drove 4 hours to Pittsburgh, right? Just for this. It was an audition where anybody could come. You could wear whatever you wanted to wear, come whenever you wanted to come. So I had just finished I've Cried the Blues stage play, and it was filmed in like the 1940s era, so I had an old outfit, and I knew that Ma Rainey's was going to be set in the a time period piece. So I wore my suspenders, pants jacked up to my navel, looking crazy. People were looking at me like they're crazy, like I'm crazy, because everybody had on shorts and tees and whatever. I'm coming prepared to be in this movie.
Right.
So get up there, audition. They love me. They're like, "Oh, we love you. You're amazing." Da 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 da. So they gave me a piece of paper and they said, "We'll call you back in 2 weeks." 2 weeks go by, no call. I said, you know what? Something came over me and said, call them.
Yeah.
I called them. I said, hey, I haven't heard anything from the casting agency. They said they love me, so I'm confused why they didn't call. She said, what's your name? I gave her my name. She said, give me 5 minutes. I'm like, y'all ain't gonna call me back. But all right, okay, cool. My phone rang in 5 minutes. She said, you know what? You sound like you really want this. Yeah. I said, yes, I'm supposed to be in this. Like, you don't have, like, I'm supposed to be a part of this. She said, you know what? If you're willing to drive back up here, which is 4 hours, to do your fitting for your costume, just for your fitting, because we're not going to be filming until 2 weeks after this. But if you're willing to come back, we'll put you in this production. I said, I'm willing to drive to Mars if I need to be in this film. Yes. So fast forward, I get on set. The legendary I forgot her name, but she's a stylist, and she won an Oscar for this. And she had us all in the line, and she went down the line. She said, I don't like your outfit. We need you to change. And I went back to the stylist, and they changed me into a whole nother outfit, put me in a big white brim hat and this nice blazer, nice suit. I didn't realize at the time that was going to set me apart from everybody else in the line. Yeah, so we get on set. There's 100 background actors. This lady comes out with a clipboard. She's like, and she's running, I need 3 people. She looks at one guy, she points, another guy, and then she looks around again, and she points to me. She says, come with me really quick. Did not realize she was putting us in the first scene of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Oh, wow.
And when I walked into the tent area, and they put us in our places, I look back, there's a guy with all black on, Denzel Washington, looking me dead in my eye. I'm like, oh snap, that's Denzel. Of course I had to keep my composure and be professional. Right. And then when I look on the stage, Viola Davis is in her costume for Ma Rainey's. And then 2 minutes after that, Chadwick comes out with his trumpet. Everybody's like, Wakanda forever. So that was awesome to be able to do that. So that was my first movie, my first production company.
We streamed that movie all weekend just to make sure that
small
my
little
guy
clip.
got what he needed from Netflix.
Yeah.
So I say that to
That's
say
support.
I say that to say, what's for you is for you.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to keep speaking positive affirmations and quotes, because that was the only thing that kept me going.
Yeah.
So to be in that production was an honor, and I felt like I might be above myself, but I felt like Chadwick passed that torch, in a way. Like, I feel like even though he didn't literally pass it to me, I'm like, wait a minute, for this to be my first production with Denzel, and then for that to be his last production, I'm like, maybe this is a thing. This is a thing. So, that was my first production. And the rest is really history.
It's a great story. Thanks for sharing.
It really is. I mean, you got to, work with some heavy hitters, and it was your first role. So, but how did you land Snap?
How did I land Snap? So I actually I went onto this website called Actors Access, and once I got on Actors Access, I was able to put my resume up there. And if many of you guys may not know, but Actor Access is like Indeed for actors and musicians. Okay. So I put that up there, and they saw me. I happened to be in Tennessee at the time because I had just got finished performing the Soul of Motown. We were a tribute group to the Temptations. And I was able to, after performing with them, they were filming maybe 20 minutes down the street from where I was actually living at the time in Tennessee. And I went right on set, and the rest is history with that.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we have a caller.
What city in Tennessee?
Say it again?
What city in Tennessee?
Knoxville. So I was in I performed in Pigeon Forge. Like Dollywood, many people already know about Dollywood, Smoky Mountains and everything like that. But I did that for about a year. We would travel between Pigeon Forge and Las Vegas. Okay. And that was an amazing experience as well to be a part of that.
We got a caller real quick. This is for you, good brother.
Oh, we got a caller on the line.
You on the air?
Yes.
Hello.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to the show. I definitely want to get a shout out to Jevone. And keep what you're doing. I support you. I got your back. This is your cousin Derek.
I
love you, man.
What's up, cuz? Thank you so much, man.
Shout out to cousin.
I appreciate that.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, Derek.
Hey, fam. How you doing?
Thank you for.
Yo, love this show.
Hey, Derek, you're welcome to spill some tea if you want to.
No tea. No tea.
No tea.
Hey, no, we ain't got no tea. We love a family over here.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right, keep doing what you're doing, cuz.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. See, and that's what that right there, like support.
You called it. You called
man.
it. You said that in the beginning.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was the one.
So how do I see the elation on your face. How does that make you feel, knowing that you have friends and family supporting your passion?
So I mean, it's like an inner cry. Like I'm not really I'm a little emotional, but
And it's okay.
right.
okay, yeah.
Because people don't know your story.
Right.
When you get calls like that and you hear people cheering you on, they don't know those moments when you're alone by yourself. Like, God, what am I to do?
Right.
And it's people like that keep you going.
Yeah.
Because we can't do it alone. We can't do it alone. So I'm appreciative of my support system, my friends. Anytime I have an event or something, they are there.
Let me tell y'all something. Though. Yeah. You talk about somebody being there too. He misses nothing. Listen, but it could be either whether it's a party, a birth, a wedding. Oh my God, anything. He's there. When my uncle passed 4 years ago today, actually, I called him. Well, he called me because our group member, best friend Nick, called him.
Nick is online too. Watch
whoa, and he sleep because we went on partying the night before. Just got in like 5 o'clock in the morning. Oh wow! So he calls me like, "What's going on?" So I tell him, I said, "Listen, I don't need y'all to show up right now. I'm good. I'll call y'all later." He says, "Okay." He lived around the corner from my mother. I get to my mother's house. He's sitting in the car waiting for me. Him and Nick are they ignore everything.
Right.
Same thing happens the next month with my aunt. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. I call him. I get a knock at my door. So I'm like, I'm about to have to wreck somebody. It's 1 o'clock. Who's at my door? It's him. He's like, listen, I'll take Noel to your mom's. You go do what you got to do. And my dad, same thing with my dad. And we've celebrated each other. I don't miss a play. He don't miss a concert. Right. And he was the A&R on my first album. He was one of the people who helped pick the masters and all of that. So everything that's coming to him is tenfold. You know what I mean?
You don't have to tell me that because I drove to Pittsburgh and driving through that mountains.
Yeah, it's rough.
He called me like
it's a tough drive.
Late that night, it was like he didn't even say nothing else. He said, "Come with me to Pittsburgh." I'm like, for what?
And ain't nothing in between except
we did Jersey.
Except the town
we did Uptown.
The town of Breezewood, the town with all the motels.
It was a long drive, but driving that 4-hour drive, I felt like I was driving to my destiny.
It's therapeutic. It's a beautiful drive too.
It's a beautiful drive, and although I literally drove 8 hours, like going forward and coming back forward, it was like I knew that I was going for a reason. And it felt great to just do the audition and be a part of that.
So I bet the drive coming back once was a lot quicker than driving up there.
Probably was floating.
And did that feel like your destiny? Right back to Baltimore.
No, because they didn't tell you, like they didn't tell me right on the spot that I was going to be a part of the show.
Okay.
So I'm like, wait, I thought they were going to tell me right on the spot that I got it.
Right.
But it didn't come until I called back. I had to call them and like look through the files.
Ain't that something?
They said they like me, so why am I not getting a call? Right. And she did tell me that. She said, well, it looks like we have everybody we have. And I remember saying, you don't have me. And she was like, huh? I said, you don't have me. She said, give me 5 minutes. We're going to call you back. And that's, like I said, that's when I got that call to say, come on, you sound like you really want to be a part of it.
I wish I would have tried that line when I was dating.
That's a good line.
You don't have me.
You don't have me.
Yes.
Somewhere out there, someone is going to use that line.
Yes.
You don't have me. You don't have me.
Right.
So you multifaceted, multi-talented. I want to get back to the singing part. You being a vocalist. How would you define your sound?
How would I define my sound? So for a long time, I didn't know what my sound was. I didn't know what I was. I didn't even know the terms like that. But for me, I know I'm a baritone, you know, but I can sing some tenor stuff. Soulful, smooth R&B type of vibe, type of energy.
We call him the storyteller.
The storyteller.
When we do our group, we always make him sing. I always write the first verse for him to sing.
Okay.
And that's another thing with him. Like, he's so dedicated. He'll come in while I'm writing the demo.
Okay, we got a hotline.
Hotline going on.
Never call on the line?
Huh? No, I was saying, like, every time he, you know, I could be like, yo, I'm writing a song for us. I'll put it in the group, and he'll be at the door at the studio. Trying to, he really just trying to get his part. He's trying to stake his claim on the song.
That's what it
really is.
Okay.
And
Woke up this
I'm
morning.
gonna tell you though, he works his tail off. Even if we just doing background vocals, he will say, it doesn't matter what it takes. He wants to know what he needs to do, how he can be better.
Okay.
You know, he comes, he's listening critically. You know, he's my second ear. You know, I might need to leave and be like, yo, listen to his part while I'm out here. And you know what I mean? And I could be like, yo, you just need to sing the over again. And he'll come back to the studio, sing the, and then leave. You know what I mean?
Dedication,
but and then sometimes it'll just be me and him. We usually the two that do the ad-libs back.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he'll stay. You know what I mean? And just, you know, just kick it and hang out. So he's
John
super
is
dedicated.
talking too much. We have a caller.
Somebody's a hater. Don't know who that could be. Maybe his name is Nick. I don't know. That's what somebody told me.
Who's that calling in?
You on the air?
Hey, how you doing? How y'all doing?
What's going on?
What's going on?
Y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm calling from Baltimore. I'm Jevone's stepfather.
What's up, man?
We so proud of him.
Awesome.
That's
you know, all
awesome.
his brothers and sisters, his many brothers and sisters, and you know, we are just so proud of everything, you know, that he do. And you know, John sitting up there looking just like his father. I was a big fan of his father. And actually, check this out. I was at jury duty with him before he did the show at the Lyric, which I think was his last show. And me and my wife was there. Your mom, and Jevone has to thank his mom because he looked just like her.
Yeah, but
Yes.
Well, we thank the family. I mean, he's a great guy.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And Sharon, here's his mom right here. Hi, Jevone. Keep up the good work. Love you.
Love you too. Thank y'all so much.
so awesome.
They're my big. They support me. I mean, I could say
so where the money at?
Right, where the money?
Right.
I could say that I'm doing something so small, but they're gonna show up.
Right,
They're very
right.
supportive of our entire family, whether it's a party, you know, it's an event or whatever. They're gonna come and they're gonna support. And I love them for that. Thank y'all so much for calling in.
Thank you.
More.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all
Anybody
have
else who
a
wants to
great
call
day.
in? Okay. Anybody else wants to call in is 1-855. 1-855-493-6499. 493-6499. You know, we heard from the Village.
Yeah.
You know, which was very
calling.
yes.
Yes.
Anybody else want to call in? We can.
Yes.
So your sound is you said it takes a while for you to develop your sound.
Yeah.
Yeah. What would you say influence?
What influence?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the gospel roots. You know, coming from the church. You know, the gospel roots are there.
Yeah.
But then the Donny Hathaways.
Yes.
Stevie Wonders and all those guys. I was an old soul. I was raised by my great aunt and uncle who were a lot older, but they always had those. Remember those CDs you could buy back in the day, like from the 70s, the 60s.
Yeah.
They had and they would come in the mail, and I was excited.
I got a new record in the mail today.
Yeah, we got a CD in the mail, and we on road trips.
Yeah.
You know, it was amazing to hear those songs, and I remember just like, wow, these are amazing artists. And back in those days, you could feel the pain in their voices.
Yeah,
you know, when they recorded those
absolutely.
albums, very emotional and very beautiful songs. So.
Okay.
So we got another caller.
Wow, y'all calling in. I
That's support. That's how it should be.
appreciate y'all calling in.
You on the air?
Hey, I'm Natty 410, music producer.
What's up, Natty? What's up?
Mr. J. Esquire, Mr. Jevone. Man, I'm so proud of these guys. These are my guys. Like, we spend time in the studio just vibing and creating, and the chemistry that these guys have is man, awesome.
Thank
you.
I appreciate you calling in. Yeah, John has stepped out.
I can't wait for some of these people to hear some of these records, man. Like,
oh yeah, we gonna do something.
Guys can like really sing,
We got
no audio.
bringing the people in. Man.
I appreciate that, Natty. You're an awesome spirit, man, and we're gonna definitely work on some music pretty soon. Thank you so much for the call and the studio time you give us and the love that you show us. I appreciate you, man, and God bless.
Thank you for your call, sir.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, bring them in.
You don't know how I am, my son.
Hello, you on the air?
Bye. Yes.
Hello, you on the air?
Hello?
Yeah, you on the air with NTC
My
Chronicles. I mean, Connectionz, excuse me.
Yeah, this is his best friend. I was calling as I always am, very proud of him. Proud of him and J. Esquire.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the love, my brother.
That's awesome.
From another.
But listen, at the end of the day, brother, you can definitely keep on your thing, man. I'm always gonna be here. Y'all make me proud for real. So at the end of the day, I love y'all. That's all I want to let y'all know. I love y'all.
Love you
keep
too,
doing what you
brother.
do.
Thank you for calling in. Appreciate
All
that.
right.
The love is real.
The love is real.
The love is real.
Yes. Reminder of the lives that you touched, and they're pouring back into you. I think that's amazing.
It's amazing. Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I couldn't do it without my fans and my friends, and I don't even want to call them fans, like friends.
Yeah.
My friends, my family.
Friends.
My friends.
Friends.
Yeah. How many of us have them, right?
Exactly.
You know,
Absolutely.
I couldn't have done it without them.
Yeah.
Like, they really are the backbone. You know, you see me on pictures and you see me performing, but had I looked out in that audience and nobody was there, like, I would have probably not been able to have the courage to keep going. But to know that you have a support system,
Absolutely.
it makes you want to do it more. So I'm grateful for y'all. Love y'all. Everybody that's tuning in right now, I thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all amazing. Amazing.
So as a performer, explain to people who hasn't performed before the adrenaline and how you feel when you're up on stage.
Yeah. So I remember when I got booked for the Soul of Motown, we were a tribute group to the Temptations, to the Motown era. So we did Stevie, we did Temptations, the Four Tops, so forth and so forth. The looks on people's faces and to see them laughing and dancing and happy.
Create
we got,
memories.
The people that even after we got off the stage that will be in the parking lot waiting for autographs, that were excited for us to perform. And they were grateful for us. They wanted autographs and all those things. It was amazing.
Yeah.
To touch people's lives with your voice, and with your performance. That's another feeling.
Yeah.
Like y'all
Yes,
like going back to what John, like the lady that said no, we don't want to hear no more, to now people saying we want more.
Yes.
You go from not hearing the applause and those things to people cheering you on and all those things. But it was an amazing feeling. Very it's therapeutic. Being on the stage for me was therapeutic.
Right.
And I sweat. Listen, you talk about sweat, but that sweat, I dropped every sweat gland, and it was fine because I knew that I gave a performance and that people were going to remember that.
Yeah.
So,
and let me tell you, brother, it's don't let nobody tell you that's not a big deal, because you never know who you inspire, and you never know how much of a blessing you are by showing off your talents to other people and creating those memories and creating that experience. So, just like the sentiment from your family, friends, it is a blessing, and just don't stop, even in times when it's might be it's hard to press on. Just think about those memories that you did.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it keeps me going. It keeps me going. My friends and family, can't do it without them.
Yeah.
And I always, like John said, I'm going to show up.
Yeah.
Because I know if I show up for you, you're gonna show up for. If I show up for you, it's vice versa. It's reciprocated. You know.
So where do you live? I mean, are you local or?
So I'm local now, but LA is my next home.
Okay.
LA is my next home. That's in the works now.
Perfect reason to go out there.
Right.
Yes.
When
I'm
you-
on my
when you-
way too.
When you going out there?
I'm looking to go out there hopefully at the end of the year. That's and it's so funny. I'll tell you a quick story about that. So let's fast forward. Lord, the hotline it's hot.
That's all love.
So I was sitting at a bar. One of my good friends had took me out to dinner, and 2 seats were next to me available. 2 black girls come up to the table when they sit down. Fast forward, come to find out it's Denzel Washington's makeup artist and groomer, personal groomer.
Okay.
Of all the male stars. This person sat next to me, and we've been connected ever since. And I'm just like, how in the world, out of all places, this lady is here and we've been connected? She looked at me, she said, you need to be in LA.
Yeah.
She said, I'm going to help you.
I agree.
So we've been in communication, and we've been cool ever since. So it's just amazing how God places people in your life. How in the world is Denzel Washington, makeup artist, sitting right next to me right now, talking about him and how eventually one day you'll work with him. So it's a blessing.
That's what's
Well,
up.
definitely good luck with that, man. I'm out there a lot too. So when you're out there, I'll look you up.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all come out there and support me.
All I need is an excuse.
Right. See.
We got another call on there.
Yep.
Oh man, the love is real.
Absolutely.
Hey, Jevone, this is your father's father.
You're my grandfather. What's up? He's a comedian. What's up,
Hey, God bless you some more, man. And like they say, he do show up.
Wow.
And I love him for that. You look good, you sound good. God bless you some more, real good.
Wow.
And keep going what you're doing, man.
That's my grandfather. Listen,
Love
that's love.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
Absolutely.
I didn't know you was tuning in, but I appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Love you.
I love you
Keep doing
too.
what you're doing, man.
That's
Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you so much. Wow. My grandfather called in. You know it's real now.
Okay.
It's official.
Wow.
You know he old too, because at the end he said,
Hey, watch it now. My pops.
Oh
Wow.
my God, that's too funny. Yeah, that's
Stepping out his comfort zone, using technology.
Yes.
He's trying to call for the last 30 minutes.
Okay.
My grandfather.
Right.
Listen, that's amazing because my mother's father is not living, but my father's father is living, and to have him in my life, and his mom, my great grandmother, just passed away last January, so it's been a year. But it's a blessing to have grandparents still on this earth.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And I'm grateful because I looked at some of my old pictures. I'm like, man, I look just like him. How he used to wear the shirts open, back in the '70s. And I'm like, man, I got swag, just like him. Like it's amazing.
It's in your DNA, man.
Listen,
Yeah.
this boy always was fly. Like when we got him, hair always cut, always into colors.
Well, that's another thing. You're into fashion as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about that.
What?
Yeah, man, they used to call me Shiny Suit Man in high school because I used to. But it was a denim. You're right. It was a denim outfit I used to wear all the time because I felt like Diddy. Like I felt like Diddy wearing it, and I didn't realize it was more like shitty because I wore so much that because denim had a smell to it, like especially new.
Yes,
and I think it was from Patapsco Flea Market. So it had that stale smell to it, but I just knew I was fly.
Yeah.
So Shiny Suit Man, one of my friends had called me that back in the day. But fashion has always been. My mother always said, "You don't got to look like what you've been through." My great aunt, you don't have to look like what you're going through. And I remember as a kid, I would change 2 and 3 times a day. If I would get dirty, I wanted to put a new outfit on. Didn't take a shower, but I would change a whole new outfit. Like how? Right. But I was a kid, of course. Back in the day, your parents had to make you take showers.
Yeah.
Did you clean your ass today?
Right. Exactly.
But I wanted to be fresh, and I always felt like I didn't have to look like what I was going through.
Right.
And I love to look good. Like we all should.
Absolutely.
We should all look like, make the, feel good when you step out that house.
No, I agree.
But fashion has always been my thing.
He's the guy.
It shows. I mean,
yeah.
I went through some of your pictures. I was like, he is killing it.
Killing it. People
Yes.
take them shopping with me. You want to buy all my stuff.
You know what's so funny? I'm good, but I'm not good at picking everybody else's stuff out. It's weird.
Okay.
Because some people are funny about what
He's
they.
not fun at the mall.
He's not-
No.
really? You
No.
can't tell.
Tell.
No, he's not. You'd be like, what do you think? He'd be like, can we just go? I'm just hungry. Like, are you serious? I thought you was gonna be able
That
to tell
would be me too,
Oh,
though, because I don't like to shop.
I don't like to shop either,
I
but
can't stand
I
it.
figured he was gonna be like my motivation.
Right,
What
right.
we going to like Miami?
Yeah, I don't know, but you know,
And
everybody
he's
has.
standing there like,
Like he's over it.
Like,
Right.
I'm ready to
What
go.
do you- 'cause
Yeah.
People are picky, man. People
Yeah.
are picky, you know. But I know what I want, and I get what I want. You know,
Yeah.
when I go to those stores, shopping with other people, it's like shopping with your mother. You know, you go in there and she want to get hold. You know what I'm saying? Like, not
Yeah.
saying you, but some people don't know what
That
they
was
want.
funny, though. That was funny.
But no, it's funny because a lot of people don't know
Yeah.
what their style is and what they want. But
That's
I
true.
say this: embrace, you know, yourself and embrace it, because when you embrace yourself, you start to tap into who you really are, and then that will be a reflection of what you choose and the colors you choose and all those things. So yeah, fashion is a beautiful thing.
boy, always
So-
gonna fly.
Thank
We've
you.
been talking about all this singing, right? Can we hear a little something?
Oh my God, y'all! Listen, oh my goodness, y'all want to hear something
Get your
now?
mind
Damn.
right, you know. You get
Listen.
your mind right, and
Okay.
you know.
Let's sing it together. I'm gonna sing with
Get
you.
it right,
I'm
get
singing
it
with
right
you.
over there.
No, let's sing like lately or something. That's the first song we sung, wasn't it?
Was it?
I don't usually sing on the show, but my brother here, and why not?
So you about to put us on the spot because we ain't
Yeah.
practicing a long time.
Okay.
So let's do this. Y'all really put me on the spot because I didn't prepare for this. So real quick.
Had you told me,
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna do a quick clip, a quick little something.
Okay.
Because I'm on live. I don't want to embarrass hit the wrong note with these harmonies because I always had an issue with harmony. We're gonna get back to it. So I'll do a little something for y'all.
Okay.
All right. I've been so many places in my life and time. I've sung a lot of songs, and I made some bad rhymes. I've acted out my life on stages with 10,000 people watching. But we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. I know your image of me is what I hope to be. I treated you unkindly, darling, can you see? There's no one more important to me, baby, can you see through me? 'Cause we're alone now, and I'm singing this song to you. All right, y'all put me on the spot.
Yes.
Lord.
my God,
Let's get the combo. John, get your mind right over there. It's showtime.
And Nick,
Goddamn right. Yes.
Let's
Nick
get
at
a
night.
two-piece with the biscuit.
Oh, wait a minute.
what you want to do? Tell me.
That shit right, goddamn it.
All right, y'all
count it
got
off.
it. Let's go.
1, 2. We gonna try it. 3.
When I lay you down, I can hear your body speak, telling me to kiss you till your knees get weak. All night, working, they're working, they're working their body, baby. In the bed of the middle of the floor, baby. My love is guaranteed to make you go crazy. Tell me, girl, please tell me what you want. So like
Okay.
that. Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
But we need our
That was
third member.
awesome.
We normally do 3-part harmony.
Yeah,
but-
yes.
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, 4-part. Yeah, 4-part harmony. But no,
Coming
listen.
at a bar mitzvah near you.
Right, right. But no, y'all put me on the spot.
good.
Put me on the
That
spot.
was good. You sound-
Yes.
Thank you.
You know, we always get you to sing, Jevone. Don't even try.
See, he's the man.
He the man.
I
Yes.
appreciate that.
I
and-
mean, y'all did well. Like you said, y'all haven't rehearsed, so it was good.
My father wouldn't be mad.
No, he won't be mad.
Okay.
He won't be
He
mad.
used to wear us out.
He prepared
Absolutely.
y'all
Oh,
to
he
be
did.
able to sing on the
Oh,
spot. and-
yes, he did.
yeah.
Yes.
He'd be like, "These are my sons. Sing."
Yes.
We'd be like,
Yeah, no preparation.
we'd be like, "Can we get?" He'd be like, "No."
Yeah.
I'm gonna count it off. Sing.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be like,
Trial and error, man. Trial and error.
Oh yeah.
So he was like Puff Daddy.
He was. He
Yes.
really was. He really was.
Trial and error. But he honestly he gave us the inspiration. He
did.
He
Okay.
gave us what we needed to hear. He embraced the creativity. He embraced where we were. Like some people try to make you something that you're not. He
That's
embraced
true, yeah.
where we were vocally. He knew that we had potential. So it's a beautiful thing when you're surrounded by people that see your potential.
Absolutely.
Then you're able to look within yourself and say, "Wait, I have potential. I don't have to be what everybody else perceives me to be or want me to be."
Oh, yeah.
Find your inner voice and know that you can. You can do it.
He was not a game either.
Oh no.
He would come to our shows with sunglasses on and be in the front row, standing just like that,
Giving y'all the
and he'd be directing us
like get it right.
Even the way we came out, the way we stood, how we looked at each other, how close, how far away. He was into all of that. He would be
Devil's in the
going. He be
details.
going. So we would wear sunglasses too, so we could look at him.
Okay.
The girls are screaming, but we looking at him.
Right.
You hear the girls know because we looking at you.
Right.
He was not a game, but we out of everybody, me and him appreciated that the most.
Okay.
Everybody else would be like, ah. We'd be like, I think it's really good that he's like that with us. We don't mind losing our voices every night. And he would make us sing it
Over and over again.
Birthday parties, and he would throw concerts in his basement just for people to hear us sing. And he'd have his my stepsisters at the time, all her homegirls would come and watch us sing. He'd make our girlfriends come and watch.
Oh wow.
He would make anybody. Oh, he was not a game.
Yeah.
And he didn't even have to whoop us. We were too old for that. But we were mortified to make a mistake.
Okay.
I mean, because he wouldn't be like that was okay. He would be
Yeah.
like, you was flat and you was sharp. And y'all ain't ready for that kind of harmony yet. So, but again, just to see it in him, the professionalism and the just being clean and ready to attack at any given time is just it's such a great thing to know. Your journey and have been being able to watch it. It's just been beautiful. So I'm just proud he's here. I'm so excited. I don't even talk as much with him.
Right.
I make a joke.
Dad.
But that's why I wanted to surprise. No, literally. Listen. No, I mean, you have been an inspiration to me. Although we are a few years apart, but you've inspired me to keep going. As a brother, older brother.
Same for me.
And I'm grateful for your friendship. You know how you talk to those people on the phone that you could talk about politics, you can laugh, you can joke, you can go back to being serious, but then you can jump back to talk about whatever it is. We always understood each other. Like to some people, like, what are you jumping all around in this conversation? We could literally talk about anything, and it just makes sense. I don't believe that soulmates are just for lovers or people that are intimate or whatever. I feel like your friends can be your soulmates. I believe you have more than one soulmate. I believe that people that you can connect with on a mental level, spiritual level, that's some deep stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful because I've connected with a lot of my friends on a deep level. And I try to maintain friendships that make me feel good.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Not just on the outer, but just the inner as well.
This is the feel good.
Yeah. They always make
everybody. They could be the most non-singingest person, and he will make them feel like they did the greatest thing in the world. It's me.
And then I'll call you later on, like, what the?
Like, bruh.
because
even in the studio, we're like the focused ones. Because there's 4 of us in the group, so it's 2 water signs, 2 fire signs.
Okay.
And we're the water signs, so we're very much like.
Yeah, cancer all day.
That could be better.
Yeah.
And the other 2 are giggly and excited, but the professionalism that I think it comes from that professionalism that we were taught very early, and again, like everything he does, I know he's going to do great. Everything I do, he knows that I'm going to do great. And he's just one of the best friends you can have in the world.
Thank you.
He's going to tell you the truth.
I'm going to pay you after this. I'm going to pay you.
I'm going to pay you. I sent you the link.
Okay, the Cash App. Okay. But we studied these lines.
Like, so I'm going to say.
Right.
But he's really like one of my best friends in the world. And the fact that he didn't even tell me, like.
I can keep a secret.
He wanted to surprise you.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
So
I was
happy.
and I knew you were gonna be late, so I knew. I knew. Listen, you be late to your own funeral.
I used to be late to our rehearsals early in our shows and sound checks early in the day. I'm not gonna say why.
Thank y'all.
But he was always the one that made us look at. He was the sensibility of our group. He's the one that brought in. because we would want to sing all these difficult songs, and he'd be like, "Why don't we just sing End of the Road?
Yeah.
Why don't we just sing Tell Me? Why don't we just sing?" And I'd be like, "Doesn't have enough harmony. It's not serious enough." And he'd be like, "Yeah, but it's simple, and the crowd is gonna like it." So when they did start liking it, I'm like.
Yeah. And when it came to auditions and stuff like that too, it would be early in the morning. I'm picking everybody up. We're going to DC. We're going to audition. You know, and I would pick everybody up, and we would drive and stand in long lines.
When I first started doing shows out of town, he'd go with me and run up these really high food bills.
Yeah, I love food.
Oh yeah.
I love.
Like, is it gonna be pie there?
Listen,
are you cooking pie?
I love food. I love to eat, but thank God I have a fast.
Yeah, my show's talking about singing.
Oh yeah, I gotta. Yes.
I get on stage.
Team Cancer.
He don't say, "Yo, you did." He was like, "You did good. You gotta try this macaroni." Oh my!
I love to eat. Everybody on here knows I love to eat.
Yeah.
Then he says to me, "I was like, so is it good?" He was like, "I'm gonna be very honest with you. I saw you, but I was eating because they had a dessert." I was gonna save you some, but I was like, he just got finished singing, so I know he's not gonna really want any. And I'm like,
God.
Listen, man, food first.
And we went to New York. He did the same thing. He's in the back screaming, but you can hear him like, yeah, yes. He talking about good luck, boy. So he's always been like that,
eat, man.
and he's just the funniest guy ever.
Yeah,
intentionally and unintentionally.
More unintentionally. Yes. More. We're not gonna go there.
We're not gonna do it.
Yes.
You fly today.
Yeah.
He fly today.
But he's a beautiful guy, man.
I appreciate
you getting your flowers today. While
Thank
you're
you.
here.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
So, who are some of your musical influences?
Me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So,
aside from John.
Aside from John. You know what's so funny? John, you might not know this, but you do know this because you the one who told me. You actually introduced me to Donny Hathaway. Okay. I mean, of course I knew This Christmas, but I didn't know at the time who that was. Mm-hmm. But when I started to listen to him sing, and the emotion and the feeling that he put into his music, and his voice was deep like mine. Yeah. I'm like, wait, this man sounds not similar, but we like influence. I can be influenced by this guy because his nuances that he does and certain things. I was like, I love those things. Right. So I thank you for introducing me to him because he's actually one of my favorite artists. Okay. From back in those days. Just his music is amazing, and he for me he speaks to your soul. Oh, yeah. You know, he speaks to your soul, and you can hear the pain and the happiness, the joy, whatever he was singing about. You felt those words. So yeah, Donny Hathaway. I love Usher. If we're going to come up to date, Usher is one of. Hopefully we go see him in March or whatever. He's been one of my favorite entertainers, performers. Okay. You know, dancers and whatnot, singers. So yeah, pretty much those guys have been my influence, and of course J. Esquire. Cash at me real quick. Yeah. Okay. One of my influences.
Big tip coming.
Yeah, big tip. But yeah, performance wise, like I said, yeah, Usher has been somebody that I look up to. And then when I got a chance when I did the Temptations and studied their stuff, like their steps were so clean and precise. Yes. Their movements, the flyness of their uniform or their outfits or uniforms were so clean, and I respected that a lot. Yeah. So yeah, those probably be the people that influenced me. Absolutely.
Are you a good dancer?
Am I a good dancer? Yes. Every chance I get, I have an uncle, Lolo, who's 60 years old, or about to be 60, and he has knees. Like, I feel like, where do you get those knees? Did he replace them? Because I feel like I get the way he dances. I feel like I get it from him. I'm like, wow. But I love dancing. You know, it's another expression of my inner self. And that
boy dance.
I love that. We all actually dance, and I could be at a place where nobody's dancing, and the whole party is gonna end up dancing once we leave, like, or once we start dancing.
Weren't you at a party somewhere? I think I seen it, and you was at DC.
Probably so.
And all the celebrities, he was over there by just chilling.
Oh,
and all the celebrities was just coming over there.
Oh yeah.
I just want to be there.
Yeah.
It was hilarious.
So I was invited to the Urban Honors, and you know, Ray J, Jamie Foxx, and all them were there, and I was dancing. And one of my friends was filming me dancing.
And your outfit was fly too. It was fly.
Yeah, and that was awesome. I'll tell you about that moment. But they people were coming up to me. They thought I was a celebrity, like random people. Like, hey, can we take a picture with you? I'm like, y'all know me? Okay. I'm like, I don't even know myself. You know, they were like, we just want to take a picture. So I was invited to hang with those guys, and once I started dancing and stuff like that, people started to gravitate towards me.
Okay.
So there are some videos out there of like me dancing and like Ray J coming over to my video, trying to dance and have a good time. So I feel like music and dancing, it's a beautiful thing when you can, when it resonates with everybody and around you, and it speaks volumes that you can touch somebody like that.
Right.
You know. So
I tried to get us paid during parties, but they wasn't seeing it my way. They wasn't seeing. I said we should start a thing called Party Rockers.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Because we went to Vegas and everywhere we went, we set it off.
Okay.
We set it off. Them white people ain't know what to do. And you know they think we all look alike, so they go over there like, oh my God, it's New Edition.
Not New Edition. I'm dead.
Is that Bobby?
I know Bobby Brown from anywhere.
Oh my God.
It's the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's LeBron James.
Not LeBron James.
Yeah.
But no. So yeah.
That's
So,
definitely LeBron.
yes.
Now we do practice for the clubs. Though. We really do.
We do. I'm getting a little old now. I haven't really been partying
I be
like
so
that.
tired when we listen. That poison dance kills me every time.
We used to party Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but it's down to one day for me if I do decide to go. But those days are memorable.
We do happy hour and talk about how amazing it is. We would never do happy hour at one point.
Oh my God.
We'd be like, yo,
that's funny.
that was so fun eating that chicken, wasn't it, man? Like, we had a good time, but
we
partied.
But that's growth, though.
Yeah,
you know, you can, you know, we
really.
I think so.
Sad.
Because I feel like I always felt. I always felt like
we clubbed enough.
Right. I always feel like there's room for improvement, room for growth. But when you can go from partying but still have a strong foundation, a strong friendship, because a lot of people lose people. Once you lose those clubbing days are over, some people fall off.
That's true.
But we are able to sit at those tables and have conversations about real life.
Right.
Because once those clubbing days are over, who's going to have your back? Who's going to still be there for you?
That's a fact.
So these guys have still been there. We've been from the club to wherever, and we still had each other's back. So yes,
we got a long way to go, though, man.
Yeah.
Those clubs. Those clubs. Can I tell them one story?
Yeah.
Here we go. This is gonna be a.
Actually,
it's not. I'm not telling that one.
Okay.
I'm not telling
the fact that we know.
That's another thing. We gotta because
we are live.
See, Nick, our other guy, we us three got an eye contact thing. We just look at each other.
Yeah, we just look at each other. We're gonna stay on topic here.
Oh my God, that's
so
funny.
he's turning 21, right?
Oh, okay, that's story.
I told you, I'm not telling.
You okay with that?
I've approved this one.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's turning 21, so he can finally go to the club and not, look ridiculous. So we get to DC, and he has a tendency to give speeches that someone has already given before him. So he's like,
I'm telling you, listen, when we get here, everybody pull out your wallets and your IDs, and we're going to get in here and we're going to party because I'm 21.
So we like, no doubt. So finally we get up to the front, and he's like, everybody got their...
Oh my God. Wow.
Yes.
This boy left his wallet in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
embarrassing.
Everybody else had their IDs, and everybody's over 21 at this time.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
it was
He's
embarrassing.
like, you guys can go in without me. We were like, dang.
But I was thinking,
all right, bro. So we all went in and we
wow.
I'm lying. No, we didn't.
Right, no.
That's
Listen,
funny.
that was no, because I was like, make sure everybody got the whole ride up. I'm like, everybody get the ID. And mind you, Club Love at the time, those lines were extremely long.
Yeah.
That was most of the experience was the line.
Oh my God, the lines were super long, and we stood in the line probably for about a good 45 minutes, and to get up at the front, and for me not to have my ID, I was like so ashamed. We went back home, and I think we got some pizza and just sat in the house.
We bought him I bought him a pity meal. What you want in your pizza, man?
Yeah.
Big ass slices.
But we definitely made up. We've made up for those days.
Yeah, we did. But
we
would be the two that, even when it didn't look like it was going good for us, if somebody else had like an album release party or so, we would go.
Okay.
And we wouldn't hate. We'd be just as happy for those people. And remember, Boss Man had the joint we went to at the last minute.
Yeah.
And look, the album I had wrote on the album, and the album charted. He's so happy. He pointing to me. They screaming at Boss Man. He's like, he wrote it.
Oh,
he wrote on it. Him.
Goodness.
I'm like, Jevone, I just
that.
wrote on one side. They need to know.
That's right.
They need to know.
Yeah.
So that's
gotta
how
know.
we are.
Doing that. I can see you doing
Oh
that.
yeah.
That's how we are. We're like,
Yeah.
if you the flyers, I'm gonna point to him like, hey, get him. So we have we We are brothers. They have no idea.
Yeah,
we can't even begin to.
You could just feel the love between y'all.
Yeah. We were the two when it wasn't, like I said, when we were trying to figure out going to see Drew Hill, watching, taking pictures, talking about it, trying to figure out how to sing like it, and you know, how do we dress the next time, and we should take that from it, and, you know, and then feeling defeated at those times, but feeling victorious when it worked. You know what I mean? It was if it was we lived for those applause when we could get it. We didn't care if it was 5 people in the room. We were performing like it was 50. We would do them Jeter shows, and he would tell us like Def Jam was going to be there, and people at MCA. We get there. It'd be like your people, his people, but we didn't care. I mean, we talk about it after the show. But we would just give it up. We would let that place out. You know what I mean? Because my father was like, I don't care if it's the janitor. You get up there and you do what you got to do. And we would practice to have corded mics, cordless mics, how to spin, how to move around each other, and you know. But we developed such a brotherhood. Me and him, like it didn't even have to be music, you know what I mean? Like that time, remember that time you got into the fight in the club, and I went back the next week and was like, point him out.
Oh my God.
And he's like, John, that was last week. I don't think he was probably in there. He didn't want us to know, but we would. You ain't.
I didn't get beat up though, so
no, he did. I didn't care. You not going. The fact that somebody even pushed him.
Me, but what?
The fact that he got pushed, it was a problem for me. Don't touch him. You know what I mean? Do not touch him.
Right.
And you know, and even, you know, there are times in our lives where people weren't necessarily excited about decisions we made, but we wrote it out together. You know, when I had my first daughter and we got married. I got married really young. Everybody was livid. Jevone is literally, even in the wedding photos, the only one smiling. You know, and he was like, hey, listen, it ain't what I want for you, but I got your back. Whatever you want to do. Where did we get size for these suits? And that didn't work. But, you know, and then when it didn't work, you need me to go to court with you? What are we doing? You know,
just go back to support. Supporting each other.
Everything is support. It's all love with us.
I feel like you sizzling up something over there.
No, I'm just.
I got more.
I feel like you got some questions. I feel like you want to.
No, because I pretty much know. You know.
But they don't.
Oh.
I'm scared of the way these questions go. You do know that this is intimate.
Well, no. So intimate for me doesn't necessarily have to mean what.
Oh, but you haven't heard the questions.
Right.
And she's looking too.
That's the queen's territory right here.
Right.
Jackie, go ahead. No.
So I'm gonna say this. So do I need to get off live for these questions?
Yeah, you might want to tell your mom.
You might want to get off live.
No. We're gonna be respectful. We're gonna be because Nick's mom just came on there, so we definitely gotta be respectful. You know, Miss Brenda, how you doing?
Okay.
Hey, she just came on, literally.
Hey, mama.
Yes, praise the Lord.
So I'm gonna say this real quick. So we're in a group called Black Harmony. That's how we all started. It's 4 of us. Shout out to Nick and Clarence who are not here, and they are. And I've talked about them on the show before. They are the reason I've even made it this far, because had it not been for them and being a part of this and a lot of their creativity, there'd be no JS Choir as an individual artist. So those guys, and he's a big part of that. He's the guy that hears the songs when it's like a half a verse and maybe a chorus, and I'm like, what do you think? You know what I mean? And he hears the songs that I write for other people first. You know, I might even, FaceTime him like, yo, listen to this right now.
Okay.
So that's him. But listen, these questions, they can vary from sensual to sexual to downright inappropriate.
Okay.
So listener discretion is advised.
Oh wow,
Mama, you might
thank y'all for tuning in.
Disconnect. So our best friend Nick, his mom just got on. Hey, Mama, and you might want to get off now because Queen Jackie, don't even ask no questions. Just let it happen. Let it flow.
You know, he's our first time guest.
He's a virgin.
So I'm gonna take it a little easy.
We're gonna start off slow,
but it might get a little rough, as Tina says.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
That's
y'all.
how we do it. So, but this is an easy one, I think. What for the women? listening.
What are you looking at me for?
My bad. What is
She
the
look right at me
thing-
for the women.
What is the thing that turns you on the most?
What's the thing that turns me on? First of all,
It's cute.
I am the type of guy that likes beauty, right? But confidence is important.
Yeah.
Confidence is important to me. You don't have to be a 10, but if your energy, your vibe, your spirit is a 10, that's beautiful to me.
Okay.
That's called a sapiosexual. when you're attracted to intelligence.
That's the term. That's
See,
absolutely.
you thought I was making stuff up.
Because you have a lot of people
Yeah.
that look great, but they just there's no
Inside
substance. There's no substance at all, and
That's a
I can
lot going on.
I can completely be turned off. So looks fade,
Absolutely.
but like I said, substance is important to me, intellectual, and so forth. So absolutely.
Okay.
That was
the
cute one,
cute
man.
level. So now we're going to mid grade.
Thank y'all.
What's up?
We on.
Did you just say thank y'all for tuning in?
Yeah, because
He's hilarious. Thank y'all
Yeah.
for tuning in.
Okay.
Listen,
Mama, I love you.
because I got to think about this. This is my first interview, right?
Yes.
So, this is the cherry on top.
But that is mind-boggling. This
That
is
is
your
my-
first,
You know what's so
Yeah.
funny? Because I've been asked questions personally, privately, but I have studied different artists and seen him do interviews and stuff like that. So I don't have an A&R or I don't know what are the people that tell you what to say and
Yeah,
A&R. Okay,
Yeah.
so I haven't had that stuff
Okay.
yet.
But
so,
you're doing good, brother.
Yeah,
You're
doing great.
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 All right.
Great. What is your? This is not so bad, right? What is your? What's a good date for you?
Oh, yeah,
let's see.
baby.
So
Yeah, baby.
listen,
That's, oh, yeah,
I appreciate these
yeah,
questions.
Oh, now, oh, baby.
I appreciate these questions.
Damn, bitch, God damn, the pussy
What?
good. God,
Listen.
holy shit.
Listen.
Come on.
Listen, what's a good date?
That's a new one. He was
That's a
saving
new
that.
one. Yeah.
Right. What's a good date? I'm an intimate guy, and over the years I learned that intimacy does not necessarily have to equate to sexual.
Absolutely.
Being young,
Word.
I don't. Right. I think that being young, you think that's like the thing.
That's the
like
thing,
the sex
yeah.
that's going to take you to the next level with this person. If I
Right.
do them right, if I can we can cuss on here.
Yes, I told you.
If we fuck them good, oh my god, my mother can still be
Now
listening.
here he comes.
Jesus. No, I'm real.
Yeah.
We feel like that keeps people around.
That's
But I've learned
true,
in my days of doing those things
It does.
that it doesn't necessarily keep people around for the long haul.
True.
Because there's always somebody out there that can do it better.
Absolutely.
Not saying that I can't do what I do, but sex doesn't hold people.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah, baby.
So intimacy for
Yeah,
me is
baby.
a
That's
mental
Oh, yeah,
stimulation.
baby. That's
and
good. Yeah, oh,
having-
now, oh, baby. God damn, bitch. God damn, the pussy good. God, holy shit. God,
Oh my
come
God.
on.
Who is
Gotcha.
that?
Now put the pussy on the
I
lap.
think that's him.
I think it's him.
I think that's him.
Look at him.
Oh my
That's
God.
Nick. Nick, that's you, ain't it?
So no, so
lying.
right, so having those intimate conversations, having a candlelight dinner,
Yeah.
really getting in the mind of a person, that's intriguing to me. Like it's like
It
the
is.
build up.
Yeah, it is.
Some people call that making love.
Yeah.
When you say
Yeah.
you can make
Yeah.
love for 3 days straight,
Yeah.
you do that for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
It's like
Sex is so much better for me. I feel like for me, when you connect to somebody on a deeper level,
Absolutely.
even if it's for a moment.
Yeah.
Like I'm an actor, right? So in that moment, I'm playing a role. You know what I'm saying? And not that it's fake or forced, but it feels good in that moment because you make that person feel special. You know what I'm saying? It heightens that sexual experience and the intimacy of it all.
Right.
You will have individuals calling you the next day like that was the best experience of my fucking life. Right. And when you don't realize that it was just you being you naturally,
right.
your natural aura, your natural energy. But you got to be careful of that too, because I do believe in soul ties. Like you could do somebody so good, like they connect. Now they stalking you.
Yeah.
And I've had my share of stalkers.
Really?
John knows. Having to change my numbers multiple
Oh my God.
Jackie too.
Yeah.
I've had my stalkers.
Having and having to change. I remember back in the day, like it was easy to change. It was easy to
You
change
must
your
have thought of
number.
a story. very.
You just call up and hey, somebody's talking.
No,
Change your number.
I knew. Yeah.
Change my number 3 and 4 times.
Yeah.
In one day. You know, it was that insane. It was scary. It was very scary.
She was cute though.
It was very scary.
It was very scary.
Yeah.
Okay,
she was cute.
This is gonna be just a tad bit naughty.
All right. Here we go. Richard grabbed his phone.
What is the wildest place you've been intimate with someone?
I just recently, probably about. Oh my! Wait a minute. Listen.
I feel like a dad. What?
Wait a minute. I mean, we're grown, right? So for me,
yes.
it was recently, in the past year or so, was in a what you call a storage unit. You know, very different from me because I'm more traditional bedroom.
Okay.
You know, candles lit and all those things. Not necessarily candles, but this was different. And it was fun. It was a great
on that antique couch.
Listen, it was a different experience, and I feel so crazy talking to her because she's like I'm gonna go tell your cousin when we leave here. Oh, let's try this, baby.
I'm like, let me go find a storage room here.
Right. Access denied.
Right, that part.
But no, I think spicing it up a little bit is important. You know, the same old traditional stuff, it gets old.
Absolutely.
You know, so spicing it up and actually dealing with someone that's spontaneous is important. Because when you're so used to doing it one way, and somebody say, "No, we're gonna do it here."
Yeah.
Like, wait, huh? Like what? So that was
definitely key.
That was a great experience. Absolutely. Did I don't even think I told you that.
You told me.
I did.
You
I
told
did tell
me.
you that.
You
I
did.
did tell you that.
You did.
Wow.
It was
Never
just
look
like,
at a
wow.
storage unit the same.
It's so funny how this conversation shifted.
You know what?
My Lord.
We come from a crew we call the Brotherhood, and everybody in it is a star. So anything that happens, it's not really a surprise to me.
Okay.
You know, especially
but we've evolved. We've evolved.
Yeah,
we've evolved.
yeah,
We've evolved. Thank
yeah.
God for elevation.
My God.
And evolution, I should say.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Y'all
Salvation.
Yeah, absolutely.
Salvation.
Absolutely.
All right, and it's about to get worse. Go ahead. You thought talking about Jesus was gonna get us out of this?
So wait, do I get to ask questions? Or y'all just ask me questions.
Well, you're the guest, so
All right,
we gotta throw some
he's gonna
intimacy
ask
up there. So
No, that's
he's like, wait
bullshit.
a minute, we're not over.
Right.
So,
Oh my gosh.
are you kinky?
Am I kinky? I'm a Cancer, so we're passionate.
So am I. Yes.
Are you?
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah. So for the kinky for the right person.
Okay.
Absolutely. For the right person, I don't think that everybody should be privy to
I agree.
you.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sucking nobody's toes. You know, I need to see if, I got to see if you take care of yourself first.
True.
You know, but once I see that you do take care of yourself, I might do a little something like that. You know, like I said, I'm an actor in the moment. You make them feel special in the moment.
Yeah.
So yeah, kinky. I would say more passionate.
More passionate.
Okay, I'm gonna use that.
More
you.
Passionate.
Yes. They always make fun of me because they think I talk like that. You know, doing the like they've been in the room. No, they haven't. But
everything to me.
Right.
I cherish you.
This world.
I honor you.
Oh my God.
You
Oh
are
my
the
God.
door that opens.
Listen.
Yeah, I can see him sweeping them off their feet.
Oh my
'cause
God.
It's so smooth.
Yeah,
right?
but I'm not. The thing is, you got some people that are phony with it.
Yeah.
It's organic. If I feel it, if I
Yeah.
don't feel it, I'm not going to say anything like that. But if it's
Right.
Worship you.
if it feels good in the moment, I'm definitely going to say some things.
I think every time we start talking nasty or something, she drops the phone. I don't know what's going on. Is Derek still listening? Because yes. Oh my God. I don't know what's going to you good.
I usually tell you watch your phone, but I forgot to tell you this week. Watch your
She done
phone.
dropped about 3 times.
Those are good questions. Good
Yeah.
questions.
Great.
Very nice.
I kept it kind of low.
Yeah, next-
You did.
next
I want
time-
you to come
Next
back.
time,
so I ain't
don't
gonna
look her way
slam
when you answer these questions.
Yeah,
I just
absolutely.
wanted to keep it chill.
I appreciate it. No, it's
Wow.
respectful.
Wow.
I feel like,
What?
Wow, because my first time here, you did not do that.
Are you sure?
Positive.
but you know what? You didn't go live, did you, when you first saw me?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't remember you being live.
Yep. You said loud.
Live.
Loud,
I don't remember
yeah.
you went live.
Yes. Yes.
Really?
And she was asking all kinds of questions.
I was asking all kinds of questions.
I don't remember going like,
How many orgasms did she have the last time you did it, and what you
oh
did
my
with?
goodness.
Well, that's a good question.
Well, why you open that door?
So sorry.
Why you open
So
that
sorry.
box?
Many? I mean, I guess it depends on the person, but what is your average in terms of giving women orgasms?
I will say this. I'm a pleaser. I'm a pleaser. So for me, I sometimes I actually try to please them more than I try to please myself. It's the craziest thing because I'm like, damn, what about me?
That's the cancer.
But right.
Yeah.
But the whole time I'm like, what about me? But it's not. I'm not selfish with it.
It's a Scorpio in people too.
Oh yeah,
I do it several times.
You know, yeah, a lot of times, right? But for me, I think that I'm trying to get out of that phase where I'm only pleasing the other person. Because eventually I'll get mine and do what I need to do.
Yeah.
But it's like if they feel good, if they shaking, if they tremoring or whatever, that feels great to me. You know what I'm saying?
Give me your all.
Like I literally say, I have taken your soul.
I was going to ask you, are you the soul snatcher?
Yeah, I've literally seen.
Soul snatcher.
He sounds like
I've
a
literally
male
seen
version
spirits
of
go to
soul
heaven.
snatcher.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
I've seen spirits.
Seen the spirit
resurrect from
leave.
bodies and walk out the door like the door was like
You
they were
doing
sitting
That Jackie had
Here.
Yes, I've,
cancer
thing.
thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I think that
What is going
it's
We aim to please.
we aim to please.
Yes.
But we got to remember to please ourselves. Too.
It's true.
We got to please ourselves. When is your birthday?
July 15th.
Okay, I'm a June Cancer, June 27th.
Okay.
So I'm an Aries rising too. I think the Aries rising. I don't know if y'all know your rising signs, but your rising signs is how you present yourself to the world. So my rising is Aries, a little bit more in your face, versus being always reserved. I can be straightforward in your face and aggressive to a degree. So I think that's actually helped me in the bedroom.
You over there smiling.
It definitely
You got
has.
something to say.
My brother knows a lot of things, and I think that he's going to be respectful because he wants to walk out here alive. You know.
I told you I'm
Still
not.
over there
I'm not
thinking
gonna
like, why
tell,
is she taking this so easy?
I'm not.
on him?
I told you I'm not. Nah.
But you know what? It doesn't surprise me your answers because all night you were talking about chemistry. You were talking about connection. You were talking about being organic. So your answers about intimate things kind of is an extension of that.
Yeah.
Because you could with the right chemistry with somebody, you definitely could you looking to please her, she's looking to please you. And that's the way y'all roll. And then of course the spontaneity of you leading to the storage unit. Y'all were. What led you to that?
I cannot
All
believe
the
I even talked
foreplay.
about that.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But you're not. Your answers didn't surprise me at all because it's like you were like, you go all out, and then but once you find that right chemistry, you surround yourself with positive people that uplift you. And so I see that in your personal life too.
Yeah, absolutely. It's amazing. You literally can change the mood just by your energy.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You can change the vibe with your energy, so that's imperative.
And chemistry means a lot because it's been, I'm sure you've been out with somebody and be like, damn, I'm supposed to like you, but I'm not feeling you.
Oh my God, I get turned up quick. That's a cancer thing. I don't know if it's a water sign. You could burp wrong, or you could do something that
it's
like.
so annoying.
Did you just eat that burger like that?
We
Like,
have a joke about him. Like,
Did
you hear about the person one time, and then the next time we go to eat today, and he'll be like, we're going on a date tonight. We be like, cool. The next time we talk, we'll be like, so whatever happened with so you went on a date? He'll be like, I don't know. You like,
I'm like that too.
And I'm learning not to be.
Thing,
oh my God, I'm learning not to be that way.
She says scrimps.
Right. Yeah, like I've taken everything. I've taken everything because
see my movie.
Right.
I can't get with you. You're not a fan.
Can't get jiggy with this shit. But no, I literally, as the person's individual talking, I literally, I'm absorbing all of that because I'm building my night. I'm building the moment, the anticipation. No, that too. I'm building my night. I'm building my night.
I'm with you, bro.
And you could say the wrong thing and it completely take it downhill from there. So.
What do you like, Taurus or something?
I'm Taurus.
Oh, I guess that.
So we all compatible at this table, though. That's the funny thing.
Me and Rich is Scorpio.
Yeah,
we
Taurus.
Scorpios.
Yeah.
You said Scorpios.
Scorpios.
I'm a church boy.
Listen.
You speak for yourself.
And I think for me, I feel like I'm a hopeless romantic.
I am
Oh my
too.
God!
Yes.
Like I don't know. it's hard because I think I give up too quickly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I rely on the other person's actions to dictate what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Versus like, even if that person don't give me what I want in the moment, I walk away from it versus saying like, you know what, they're not giving me what I want right now, but maybe in the future. But the thought of being rejected is a scary, scary thing. You know what I'm saying?
And let me tell you about the Scorpio Cancer relationship, right? Friendship or whatever. Scorpio and Cancers have the ability to connect and talk about anything on different levels, from ratchet to politics. You know, and even some of my like platonic female relationships where we're like really, really tight are Cancers. You know, and they're beautiful women, you know, across, you know, but it's always been a platonic type of, you know, relationship where, you know, it's funny how they, those two signs kind of have a way of relating to
Kansas
each other.
be playing games too, though.
The thing is, so I love our friendship.
I'm gonna say that.
Rich is, I think one time he joked and said he was my non-gay best friend. But like I could share so much with him, you know. So we've always been, it's amazing because I booked him as a band, you know, playing from my jazz night, and then we just became really good friends. So it's definitely a
the Scorpio Cancer, man. I don't know what it is, but when you know, you find out later, but it's a chemistry. It's a chemistry.
Definitely is.
And it's a great. It's
we
great.
always tight. Whatever you talking about, I get it. Whatever you talking about, I get it.
Yeah.
No matter how different it is, or you know, it's like okay,
You're gonna tell me when I'm wrong too, you know.
And that's him too, but he has a polite way of saying.
I do too.
He don't just.
Excuse me, madam, but you're wrong.
Oh, not me. I'm like, no, that's not it.
To a degree. My dad's a Taurus.
Oh, really? I know
how to. I know.
She don't. She definitely don't. If I'm trying to sugarcoat something, she'll say, "Let me tell you what's really going on." And I'll be like, "Well, damn."
If I want my dad to make a right turn, I gotta tell him turn left.
Because he's stubborn.
Because it's coming from me.
So we're gonna, you know, wrap the show up. Tell us what you have coming up.
Yeah, man. Tell us when you're going to Cali, man.
Listen, that's coming up pretty soon.
Manifest that.
Yeah, I'm manifesting that. Like I feel like everything that I spoke into the atmosphere has come to fruition. So I'm going to say right now, I'm going to have a successful career.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm moving to LA, and it's going to be an amazing experience. I'm going to work with some of the top people in the industry.
Yes.
I'm going to have one of the, did we say blockbuster movies? Does blockbuster still a thing? I don't know. But I'm going to have a blockbuster movie, you know, and I'm just grateful for the experience that God's taking me on, the journey that he's taking me on. I have many auditions happening, commercials coming up. So look out for me, guys. Right now you can stream or go on to watch my show, Fatal Attraction, season 12, episode 8. That's online right now. You can check that out. You can follow me at Jevone, Jevone _ Levi, Levi _ the actor. That's on IG. And I will keep you updated with all my information, all my movies, and other information that that's on there. So once again, that's Jevone, Jevone _ Levi, Levi _ the actor. So stay tuned. Some great stuff coming up.
Yes, I can't wait.
I'm excited for what's to come.
Yes.
Literally.
Yes.
What's to come.
Appreciate you showing up and coming. I appreciate
You know,
it.
that
This
could
has
have
been
taken
such a fun show for me.
Yes.
Man,
It
give
really
it up for
has.
Jevone Levi,
I
everybody.
appreciate you so much for giving us your time, and
Congratulations,
look
brother. I
forward
love
to
you.
seeing you shine.
So happy.
Thank you so much.
Great things to come. Great things to come.
Next time I come, I'm going to bring some autograph pictures.
No,
I don't know why I didn't.
Yes, bring
I don't want to. I mean, you have pictures.
I'm only
with me.
laughing. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I'll bring some pictures for y'all and some
That's
autograph
good.
stuff.
That's good.
I got y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for coming.
Yep. Good
I ain't
night.
come yet, but I'm going when I.
You ain't come
She about to make this an extended.
Listen.
Extended
I did at the end.
Right.
At the end, we're wrapping it up.
Warmed up. Okay.
I'm literally going to put this hot ass jacket, leather on, bro. And these lights are bright as hell. Good Lord.
She about to ask one another question.
What you think about kitty litter? What did you do with that?
Kitty litter.
Nope, I'm gonna let him slide, even though I felt like he wanted me to walk through that door because he made the statement about he was coming.
She's like,
so I'm just gonna close it out.
Yeah, let's close it out. I forgot she was here, and I feel very strange.
Shut it down. Yeah. So we appreciate y'all listening to us tonight.
Get some headphones ASAP, please.
Good night.
Good night.
All of you in Radio Land. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll be back next week.
Stay safe,
right,
y'all.
good
Stay
night.
safe.
Peace out.